Hello and welcome everyone. I said everyone to the FETTI'S No Skips Invitational Knockout. I cannot speak today. It is crazy. I feel like I'm like jet lagged, but I've just been taking the day off. I am your host, Willie Fetty, and joining me today we have a co-commentator, a special guest of sorts, someone who hasn't been in this community for a while but has been lurking in the shadows. It is my partner in crime, um, the love of my life. Don't tell my fiance. It is Cheeky Chunk.
Well, I don't know about the people watching, but I was listening to you talk about that, and all I heard was "has been." That's what I was getting from that
Whoa,
nice intro there. But yep,
whoa.
hello, my name's Cheeky Chunk. I'll be trying to wrap my head around the proceedings for today. You might know me if you're into the Dreamcast, and if you don't know me, well, that's what to know me for. I'm a Dreamcast Spider-Man enjoyer. Very much looking forward to the race today.
Yeah, I mean, so, you are the Dreamcast champion, as I recall. No one can really touch you on that. If you came back today, you'd probably still just be crazy at it. But yeah, we are sponsored, which is crazy because Cheeky, since you've been gone, we've gotten sponsors for things like this. We are sponsored now by Nerd U Comics and Collectibles. Nerd U is a collectible and nerd shop for all intents and purposes, located in Commerce, Georgia. They do ship all over the United States. So if you need anything, join their Discord, join their Facebook. They're on Whatnot, everything like that. If you need any kind of toys, collectibles, comics, anything, they can find it for you for a very, very good price. And if you say maybe that you came from the stream, there might be a little 15% off the purchase. But yeah, anything you need, you can get from Nerd U. And I want to thank them again for sponsoring this. So I guess we're gonna roll over to the stat screens now, because why not? So here are the stat screens brought to you by Nerd U, the knowledge check. Um, it's kind of crazy. We have Chuck winning his first race, Cheeky. Like Chuck won his first race. He got his best time is a 39:01 to Spyron's 33, and he's seed number 7. He has 67 points right now. They're both saving up, I think, to get something out of the point shop, bigger out of the point shop. And both of these runners relatively new to the game. I think Spyron's been lying a little bit. He's more like a 2018 is when he joined the community, but didn't start running until July. And their most hated levels, you're looking at Sewer Cavern for Chuck, which I think Sewer Cavern can speaks for itself about messing up a run. And Subway, it's a 2.5 minute, 3 minute auto scroller. It's just it can kill a run. What you thinking about our contestants today, Cheeky?
I'm thinking like I cannot believe that Spyron has been here since 2018. Is that true? Oh my
It is true.
goodness.
It is true.
You want to talk about lurking in the shadows? I mean, I don't know. I think he probably wins that competition hands down. Uh, Definitely surprised that Subway's getting some hate. I don't know. I think that's part of the run where you go, I can actually like take a bit of a break now. I can kind of chill. Just got this auto scroller. So that's interesting hot take there coming in from Spyron as well. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, speaking on that Subway, it's like, man, you can get up, use the bathroom, go grab a drink, wash your hands if you're getting sweaty. Like Subway is just a nice little break. So yeah, I'm also surprised it's getting hate. This is crazy. But yeah, I don't unless you have anything else to say. They're both playing on emulator. They're Chuck's coming in at the as the underdog here. So it's just one of those things of that's what this point system is this hopefully since Spire wants to maximize their points, he's gonna slow down a little bit, grab some crazy stuff. But yeah, if we want to roll over to the contestant screens, Cheeky, you got anything to say before we start up?
All I can say is may the best Spidey win.
The best Spidey win. All right, right. So as you can see, Chuck is showing off his comics just to make sure that since I guess they're both going to be going for comics here, they don't want to anybody to think they're cheating on their comic collections. So we're as they're all getting set up, as they're all getting ready. I kind of got to count them down once they're in chat. Okay, Spyron, I guess starting real quick. Um, But yeah, how are you feeling about being back, for real? Like just for at least for this tourney commentating today.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, there I was, and all of a sudden, here I am. It's pretty much as simple as that. Uh, I mean, so for those who don't know, yeah, I used to be like a moderator for this game. I was quite heavily involved, and then took kind of a step back. And honestly, not to simp, live on stream, but very happy with where Fetty and Spyron and the whole community have been taking this game. And yeah, I'm very, very, very proud.
Hey, I appreciate that, and I'm sure everybody else does as well. As both of our competitors are getting off to the races, I will say, yeah, the landscape has changed since you took a break or decided to leave for a little bit and everything like that. It has changed a lot, so it's pretty cool to see just how far. I hopefully for you, it's pretty cool to see how far we've came just in honestly not that long of a time. You haven't been gone for a while. So, and I mean, honestly, this is just some normal stuff here. You're seeing two competitors that know what they're doing, right? You're seeing both of them come up to bank. I'm sure there's not going to be a single flub on these Jade boys right here. Um, as I say that, immediate flub. That's what we call the commentator curse, gentlemen. And Chuck getting the same thing, but they're still around the same time. So you can't be mad at that, especially with the instant load for bank. You just can't be mad at that.
I mean, we're coming up to our first skip here, and it'll be interesting to see how the competitors. Oh wait, oh wait,
It is no skips.
my bad.
I almost wish I could. I wish I would. If this was Soda, if Soda just did what Spyron did, then he would have to restart this level. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that those rules apply for Soda. As we see a nice double button for Spyron. Chuck coming in, lining up for the double button as well. Doesn't seem to be able to get it off. So now we are coming in, and this is why I like no skips, to be honest, in a race format, is because you can't rely on the other person's ability to hit the skips for you to come back. You have to rely on pure technical skill in order to be able to hit these runs and races. I know no skips isn't everyone's favorite category, but
No, I mean, I think it's so important because in speedrunning, I've been doing it a long time. I've been doing this since 2019. And, for some people, like, they do genuinely want to get into speedrunning, but they feel a bit icky when it comes to doing the skips. And, I actually kind of prefer no skips and more glitchless categories in some cases because it kind of feels more like a pure speed game. And that can be, like, a lot of, like, a sort of honorable joy in its own right.
very true. As we were talking, we saw a complete meltdown on Chuck's side from being able to grab that last hostage. It does happen sometimes. If you go a little too quickly, then all of a sudden things start to go wrong. Hostages start not to get saved. This game is very brutal about that. I didn't see. Did he web ball that first person? Because that is very crucial to that what he's about to do here. So, um, we shall see. But this is a new trick that Nilo found about deloading the floor and web doming through. So it doesn't look like he hit that first person, which is unfortunate because that's all this depends on. So Chuck is off to such a rough start here. Um, there it is. Okay, cool. It's just the web domes are really inconsistent there. New tech, new strategy since the last time you've probably seen a run as Spyron gets off to race of the bugle, and Chuck with a nice double button there, really making up for that mistake in hostage situation. So as we see Spyron deviate for the first time probably to get this comic.
Very nice play there going from Spyron. But let's not be too hasty. Chuck still has plenty of time to get back into it from a pretty rough start.
Very true. I mean, this game is especially once we get to the gauntlet, after Subway, once we get to the gauntlet, a lot of things can go wrong. So, it's just all a matter of how these players just optimize their movement and get through everything. So, I
Yeah.
honestly can't wait to see it. Chuck isn't that far behind. He's just behind by a level here.
As we see Spyron facing off against Scorpion here. And nice, pulling off the one cycle. You'll be very happy with that.
Oh man, I would be jumping out of my seat right now. This Scorpion always seems to end my runs every single time I come through. So if I was him, I'd be elated about that. As we see Chuck with a little bit of a lower swings on Race to the Bugle. This level can be hard, not only for beginners but also for veterans, for getting that movement going.
Yeah, sometimes Spider-Man, he really likes to pick the most wildest of swing decisions.
Definitely. I don't think it gets, it's a man, it's one of those things of if they didn't do it as an invisible targeting mode, how they programmed it and just made it like the most optimal swing, right? As wow, we have Spiron with his second comic here, coming through, just clutching, like just coming through.
Very
As we see that Chuck also gets one cycle, and that's huge.
nice. Yep, so important. That could have been a big, big time loss there. He's managed to clutch it out. Really good work, Chuck.
Yeah, honestly doing really good here to make sure that he's at least staying within the levels, right? You're gonna see Spyron with these cheeky zips here on the loudest level ever made in any video game ever. And what that does is for anyone who always wonders why we keep commenting on it, it's a very hard thing to do if you're not used to it. But it saves Spider-Man that time of crawling backwards up those little ramps. So it does save a lot more time than people give it credit for as Chuck is rounding this. Oh, gets shot, which kind of looking like Dreamcast right now.
Oh my gosh, yes. For those who don't know, Dreamcast, by all metrics, we seem to think is just one of the worst versions when it comes to getting shot by all, all the enemies.
All the enemies, the helicopter, the lizards, anything that you could think of that has a projectile, the Dreamcast and PC, but mainly the Dreamcast, you're gonna get shot. You just gotta deal with it. It's part of the game at this point.
Yeah, it must be because, the Dreamcast is the version we're aware of that actually runs at 60 FPS. So it must be that the enemies have more frames to react to Spider-Man and shoot him accurately,
Definitely. They're also auditioning for FaZe Clan, so that's probably their audition tape. It's like, hey, look at this 360 no scope on Spider-Man that I just hit. So as we see Spyron going upscale to girders, still probably my second most hated level. I just hate this level. No particular reason why. This level just sucks.
Yeah, I think it's might be kind of like a superstition thing when it comes to like the most hated levels because definitely for some people there will just be to a lot of people it'll feel like just some mundane, just oh like this level no biggie, but to some people this level you just have some kind of bad relationship with it, some kind of vibe where it's like, oh, I just seem to always be losing time on this guy even though I shouldn't.
Right. I mean, that's me with Rhino for sure. But Spyron with some great zips going for another comic here. That man is on a roll. He is doing an all comics run. Um, as we see Chuck coming here and nearing the trigger for girders. Honestly, I'm hoping that some commentator curse. I'm hoping that Spyron hits Rhino perfectly here and doesn't give Chuck any time to catch up. Um,
I'm looking at my script right now and I'm pretty sure that's what Spyron's exactly about to do right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm glad that we both have the same script right here. Is that he's going to immediately just ace Rhino here.
And here we go. Off
Oh,
to
off to a great start. He did watch the Burke tutorial before this. I will say he did watch the Burke tutorial. So he does get punched though. So he is off rhythm. So everyone can make fun of that, roast him in chat. So whenever he looks back at this, um, he was off rhythm. So.
But to be fair, Chuck pulling off some very nice swings. Cute little upswing there.
True.
And making his
He's
way.
looking good.
Yep.
I
Looking
mean,
good.
let's see if he does the little bunta jump straight into Rhino. That saves a whole bunch of more time than the normal dive kick route. As you're going to see Spyron take probably a little different of a route than you normally see for Venom. Actually, he's just going the normal way. Oh, it's because he's grabbing the comic. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, he's going the normal way. We found a way to push Venom forward faster. So just by a little bit.
Gotta keep up.
As Chuck hits the trigger here, Spidey armor getting collected, another comic getting collected. Man, Spyron decided to start coming in racking up the points today.
Yep, looking really good on Spyron's front. Let's see, though, how Chuck deals with Rhino.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like he perfect jump. And honestly, you can't script these things, chat. Can't script these things. As he gets punched, and I really want my commentator curse to affect Spyron, but man, it just keeps hitting Chuck in the worst ways possible.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we are getting nearing the end of Spyron's cutscene that he's running through right now. Chuck, honestly, on the same level, just on the front half as Spyron's on the back half, pause. And we are honestly not looking too far away. Just a couple of genuine mistakes on Spyron's end is going to put Chuck right back either tied or in the lead. So we got to hope that these mistakes come true and just, you know, Chuck is able to just get these things going. As he's getting stuck to buildings, as Spider-Man tends to do. Spyron with a little bit of low swings here, but still makes it through. Chuck having a little bit of difficulty. I mean, it was one thing about the speedrun chat, if you're new to this game, is we hate the fact that that Spider-Man is sticky. We hate that so much. So it sucks because we don't want him to stick to anything. So
Hey, he really is a wall crawler. You know, you can't separate the man from the spider.
true. It's so true.
And it's important to note here that even if that mistake from Spyron doesn't come, the longer the run goes on, we'll actually find that that's going to make the mistakes actually more costly. So even if it doesn't come straight away, he's still not like out of the woods yet.
Definitely, and that's a big thing that people don't really understand is that we still have to go through. We still have there's still the gauntlet. That's there's still the gauntlet. There's still the hardest levels in the game to go through. So, I mean, dude, Venom 2 could take Spyron in like 50 minutes. Venom 2 could unironically take about half the time you see right now if Venom 2 wants to. So I've seen Venom 2 take like 3-4 minutes for people to complete. So it could just ruin his day completely.
It's going to be all up to Venom and who decides who's Spider-Man, who's Spider-Wuss.
True. Let him know. As we get Spyron with his signature long-range snipes here. I've heard from a little birdie that the web glove combo is the quickest way to get through those lizards if you can hit more than one with the uppercut.
Ooh.
So
That's the first time I'm hearing that. That
yeah,
sounds cool.
I've heard from a little birdie that that's the quicker way. But is it the most consistent way? No. But is it the quicker way? Most definitely. As we see Spyron coming up for God Pipes here. I will say I do like that I added the God Pipes as part of the, as part of the challenge for points because it always makes things fun.
Probably swing to the next pipes using my L1
You
targeting
want
mode.
to do the full send on the God Pipes, and here he goes.
Yes, sir.
Nice turn here.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. Didn't even have to hit one pipe. That's what we want from things like these. So.
And Chuck, very nice Venom 1 fight there.
Yeah, you could maybe ask for a little bit better, but I wouldn't. I would keep it in my head that was a really good fight and just keep moving.
Honestly, any Venom 1 fight where you don't require a breath mint, I'm taking.
Facts. Any Venom fight where he doesn't immediately scurry off the minute you try to do anything. So, all right, and Spyron on the train. Is there a gimmick today? Does he have a gimmick? Oh, he's pointing at his shirt.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid.
I was about to say, is this a paid sponsorship? Is that what we're doing? Paid sponsorship for Metal Gear?
What's going on?
Oh, is that the Garfield cam? If you did not know, he has an orange cat as well for Garfield. Oh, he's solid snaking it. Where did Spyron go?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I have no idea where Spyron went, so I can't see him anymore.
Zero, dear.
I don't know where he went. I hope he doesn't stab me in the back soon. I wonder how long he's gonna keep this up. You think he's gonna be in the cardboard box the whole time? As Chuck lining up for God pipes here. Honestly, what's up?
Spyron's. Oh! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
There he is. He
Dun,
did
dun,
it.
dun.
Everyone on alert.
How many of them are there?
Very nice.
Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm, dude.
Chuck
But-
finishing off as well. Very nice.
I will say Chuck has said that he's been missing the gimmicks on train, so I don't know if he's pissed off enough, but I hope he isn't, so that way we do get a gimmick on train. I've been waiting for the face cams to come in. This was my favorite part about the 80% tournament, was every single time there was something different. So Chuck jumping a little early here, but yeah, he's gonna get pushed out of it. A lot of people having trouble with these. Tried to get the instant jump, almost fell off the train. I would have cried for him if he fell off the train. But having to go for hug the homies here. The strat that's basically the mandatory strat on every other console. So I'm seeing that here. Hey, since you're the Dreamcast expert, right? Can Dreamcast, can you jump inside the lizard?
Yeah. Like,
I didn't even notice. Was that a super train? I didn't even notice. I think it was. Sorry, but you can jump inside the lizard on Dreamcast.
yeah.
Huh?
Like the kind of normal way, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
like
know about
the
normal, but yeah.
yeah, like the little hey, as we get another comic book from Spyron, this man is trying his hardest to collect these points, and I can't blame him. We got some good prizes, which Cheeky, if you haven't been paying attention, or if you don't have the Google spreadsheet open, then we can show you you'll be able to see it towards the end. And then what's up?
Don't have the goddamn Google Doc open. Of course I do. I'm looking here. We got some wonderful prizes on offer.
Yes, we do. I will say this too, that I have a special surprise for round 2. So once the end of these rounds actually start, I noticed that, hey, maybe not everyone will have enough points to get something. So I have a surprise. I was like, I have a surprise for everybody. As Spyron hitting a really good pipe there, or not pipes, hitting really good switches there, taking the no skips route, the really good one. I don't know who made that no skips route. I wouldn't be able to tell you. He's definitely not in the call right now. I don't know who made that no skips route optimal, but you know, maybe we need to find that guy. I heard he's really ugly. So.
Well, I'm sure that you wouldn't name it after himself. That'd be pretty egotistical, right?
Yeah. If he named any trick after himself, you know, if he found anything and tried to name it after himself, it'd be a little egotistical.
Yeah. No.
Dude would have a big head on him, you know.
We, from my time moderating, we did a big effort from the moderation team was to remove all cringe from SM2K, and I'm very proud of the record we have for that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely happy that, you know, from when you were a moderator, no one got butthurt, no drama. It was all clean, no cringe. Everybody was friends. It was a really good time, to be honest.
You can't tell, but I'm nodding.
Yeah. The big nods here coming in.
Nodders.
And you. Yeah, we get Spyron on hidden switches here. Chug, one level behind, but unfortunately one of the longer levels. It's it always feels weird for me. I'm sure it does for everyone who runs any percent mostly, that to actually see this level in action, because we just skip through a grate and nothing really happens. To actually see how this level was supposed to be played is probably crazy to a lot of people. As Chug getting unlucky, not using targeting mode. L1 is for wussies, as we see Spyron get really good zips on Tunnel Crawl. This is the level that does... Tunnel Crawl is the level that turns boys into men here, or girls into women, or... I'm trying to be inclusive here, but I don't want to say anything weird. But, yeah, Tunnel Crawl 1 cycles is very hard to hit.
It turns boys into kings, turns a girl into queens.
There it is.
And to everyone else, into monarchs.
Hey, kids into adults, thank you, chat, for coming in clutch. Kids into adults. Coming in clutch. And turns casuals into pros. All right, yeah, cool. We're good. Turns EE fans into 2K enjoyers. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, my boy. I don't think anything could turn everybody into EE enjoyers, dude. You would have to pay them a lot of money. We are Zoe is confused as to what's happening.
Where are you?
We tried to take as much off the screens though as possible, so that way these runs can be verified. And we have Spyron coming into a puzzle that I have some information, or whatever.
yeah?
I have some information. He didn't know how to figure that out as a kid, even though if you watch the cutscene, it shows you what 2 buttons to press. So,
Oh dear.
we
Well,
have
he's
a-
definitely came a long way since his childhood days.
It is true. He can finally figure out one of the most basic puzzles in this entire game, but still. Oh, as Chuck gets sniped out of the air!
No.
Oh no! That is so unfortunate. Dude is sniped. That's man. It just seems like we have a common occurrence of just the game fighting tooth and nail for one runner to actually win and fighting against the other. It's been wild these past couple runs.
Are we sure that Chuck isn't running on the Dreamcast version? This is insane.
Dude, I'm telling you. Chuck must have turned on 60 FPS or something. Must have a stable 60. And we have Spyron not getting the zip he was looking for. So
dear.
ladies and gentlemen, are just one level apart again. But Spyron is known for or 2 levels apart. My bad. Spyron is known for being able to zip all the way through this entire maze with no trouble. So, honestly, I thought Spyron was going to go for the comic and lizard maze here, but it looks like it doesn't seem like it's worth it for him. As Chuck gets some nice zips across Tunnel Crawl here. He's honestly good even with that baby zip. So,
My fingers, my toes, all across for Chuck right now. But he pulls it off very nicely.
Chad said Spyron with the Home Alone DVD cover reaction. the most animated reaction we could possibly get for sure. As we get Chuck, I can guarantee you that Chuck is feeling the pressure here to try to just come back or at least show a good run. So,
I mean, I feel like in the end, the people that climb the leaderboard in speedrunning are not often the best runners, but the most consistent. And when the run is being kind of something TOS worthy.
hey, I mean, dude, we're PG-13, so you're good.
when the run's being like that, it's so important just to keep your cool, keep going, keep pushing, because outside of a tournament setting, if you were just trying to PB, maybe that gold, that sort of comeback split is right around the corner.
Right. I mean, it's looking unfortunate because Spyron just had a really good Venom 2, and this is what we were talking about. Venom, why did you come? Exactly, Spider-Man. But the thing is that we were talking about Venom 2 being a potential, time waster. It looks like this game is in love with Spyron. You can tell by the leaderboards on SRC, and you can also tell by this gameplay right now that this game just is in love with him. I would just go ahead and say, chat, if you have ring emotes, Spyron needs to, they just need to get married already, him in this game, they just need to get married already.
Yep. Every copy of SM2K is personalized, and clearly Spyron has the hots for him.
That's true. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cheating on Bunto with this Spider-Man copy. So that's what's going on. You heard it here first. Breaking news.
Scram alert nation.
Someone call Keemstar for real. But yeah, so Chuck getting some nice little zips on Tunnel Crawl, and Spyron, the good old classic. I don't know what to call this. I haven't said that. You know what I mean? I don't know what to call this. I don't whoever would name this after themselves is really narcissistic. So I don't want to even feed their ego.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I would never want to feed their ego. As we see, Spyron trying to hug, ain't getting it right though, but is gonna get a good little, lineup here. I'm guessing a web dome's coming immediately. He web gloves is instead. All right. I don't know if you were here for this, but we did find out from Soda that staring at this wall right here makes the elevator move faster.
What?
Yeah,
That's
I know,
like
right?
some GoldenEye 64 levels of like lag reduction or something. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
Seems like the further I go, I better try.
I feel like Zoe's just hating. Hey, can someone ban Zoe? Can someone unmod him and ban him? But no. But yeah, no. So we are nearing stop the presses. Chuck having an okay Venom. I wouldn't say it's the best Venom he's ever had. Not able to collect the web cartridge, unfortunately. But Spyron coming through on stop the presses. Chuck just honestly trying to catch up, man. It's one of those things of you almost feel bad a little bit watching this, just from the amount of game mechanics just fighting him every step of the way.
Yep. But I think overall, keeping a cool head, just keep on going, and for all the setbacks, keeping a very good, respectable pace.
Definitely. I mean, there's always a chance, you know, something can happen. He could still PB, you know? Like, who knows? You can still get a good run going, get a good showing going. I mean, it's not like it's his last run. If nothing happens with Spyron and Spyron does end up winning, Chuck still can go through loser's bracket as well, which might be the plan, because loser's bracket might be a little easier. As if Spyron goes for this comic, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, he did not. I was about to be like, dude, that's a little bit of BM. Going for basement comic would be crazy. I know a hug Mike is coming here. I already know it. Yep, a hug Mike.
Beautiful, and the twirl.
We love him. Everybody's showing your support to Mike, dude. We love him. But Spyron, for some reason, almost got the kid mode on accident. It would have been great for him to have to do basement all over again. I would have loved that, to be honest. Keep this game competitive. Chuck, honestly, not on a bad pace. I mean, like 26 minutes, you're almost in stop the presses. Like he's not doing too bad, especially for no skip standards.
This is very good from both. I mean, you gotta admit, there was a little bit of a diff when it came to the stats before we headed into this one.
Right.
And I think overall, both runners can be very happy with their runs.
Definitely. I think at the end of the day, you should just be happy that you finished, right? Like, either way, you made it through your marathon, you know?
And we're seeing Spyron in Mysterio right now. I don't know if you know this, but I pulled up Spyron's Twitter from many years ago. And I don't know if did you see this one? This is from Spyron, November 29th, 2021. He says, "It may not be politically correct, but god damn it, Mysterio drips while Spider-Man drowns."
Right now, you're thinking.
Facts. I haven't seen that one, but I can't agree more, dude. And that's a Fetty has this comic. Spyron said it was drip or drown, and I'm not drowning today, is what Spyron said about Spider-Man. So, you know what I mean? He said drip or drown, and I'm not drowning. He walking on water. So, Spyron with the night. I can't believe he made a sign. Like, dude, come on. Why'd you make a sign for real? Could have just wrote in chat.
I like it. He must have been ordering stuff off Amazon or something, because clearly, you know, he's got the whole cardboard box for the Metal Gear Solid bit, and also the cardboard sign.
Yeah, he had to have been. Either that or he planned this so far in advance. He's been planning for the past 3 weeks. All right, we'll see if he goes for another armor token. Decides not to, but he's gonna go get this comic. Because why not? Why not get this comic and show off, dude? This place does blow.
Geronimo!
It's from the box of nursery furniture, incoming from his wife. Incoming news alert.
Chuck getting unlucky with the with hitting that the generator there.
Now I don't know if Spyro knows this, but he could go back for the comic here and get some major points. He does have enough time because Chuck has to get through an entire warehouse. And if he wants to make this bit really funny, he could definitely go do that right now. I would love to see it, to be honest. It would make the game way more competitive.
I hate to tell you, but according to the script, there's a low chance he goes for it.
Doesn't look like he's going to. He already passed the button.
He would be so cool.
Chuck having getting unlucky on Mysterio. Like, I will say this is one of the worst bosses to mess up on, just in terms of like for mental stress, right? Of messing up on this boss, not being able to get into the pocket, you know, where you're not going to get hit, and having to do this normally, getting grabbed, everything like that. It just really messes with your mental at this point. But we are going to see Spyron do it the correct way, unlike Top's way, where he goes CBA. We're actually going to see the correct way to go. As Chuck, getting grabbed by Mysterio again, got a little greedy with the web ball there. So, wasting a lot of time here. Should be able to just nail this, though, hopefully. He jumps into his loving arms. Oh, no. As we see Chuck struggling with Mysterio.
Thanks, Spider.
This is when I would hand the controller to my older brother and be like, hey, can you please beat this level for me?
You go and get some
As
Very good, Spyron. Thank you for that.
You got it.
Wait, what happened? I didn't even see.
He because he's entering the waterfront warehouse. I think he's showing off the Doc Hawk arms.
Oh, and that is a I have this comment from Chuck as well.
Very nice.
You will never get past my barrier, Spider-Man.
Wait, sorry, who has that comic?
I need to find some way to drop power.
You know what? I couldn't tell you. Someone extremely handsome though.
Sorry, what I meant to say there was that Spyron is going off to face Doc Hawk, not that he's going into Waterfront Warehouse. Well, definitely a couple pages behind here.
Yeah, I was about to say, you need to flip that script a couple pages, dude.
It's working. One more should do it.
As Chuck is getting banged by these symbiotes right now. I hate that. It's such an RNG pull, you know. It sucks. As we see Spyron attempting one cycle here. Does it land? And yes, it does. Someone watched the Matt tutorial as the one cycle goes through.
Very nice.
Chuck is like one or two hits. I would be freaking out right now.
As we get this, should be okay.
Yeah, we get a little swag pull from Spyron. You guys are about to see the new Carnage strat that saves probably like 5 seconds. There we go. If you're willing to deal with Reno Romano talking for like, you know, however long this Carnage fight takes, then this is a good strat for you.
The plan is doomed, Carnage.
Very nice.
And that's another
impressive.
comic. Holy. That is 13. That is a good old 13 comics for Spyron.
We now that I think about it, we might have to pump the brakes on Spyron getting all these points, because if he keeps up this pace, we're gonna run out of points to give.
Nah, we'll never run out of points. Like I said, I have a secret. I have a secret for all these points, dude. There's always a little secret up my sleeve. You don't think Spyron grabbed that comic? Well, he grabbed that one, so I'm gonna keep it. And then we'll ask him afterwards if he grabbed the comic, or we'll honestly we'll be able to see because he's gonna show the comic screen.
Very nice.
Hey, can someone ban Nyla? Time him out for like a minute. His daily timeout for talking back to the commentators. As we see Spyron doing a really good job getting through Monster Rock here. Chuck entering into stopping the fog.
This thing's unstoppable.
Honestly, Chuck kept it very competitive, not gonna lie. Just in terms of time-wise, Chuck isn't doing as bad as you would expect him to do with all the mess-ups that did happen.
Yeah, and I think majority of those we can all agree was the game being very cruel.
Yeah, it was definitely the game fighting back. Like, it's just sometimes this game giveth and sometimes this game taketh away. That just happened to be one of the things that he just happened to be on the receiving end of that today. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, but this might give Spyron some time to do be one of the first runners to take on our extra category, basketball %, which would be wild.
It's crazy, the cutscene that Chuck has right now, there was a certain runner earlier saying how they wish that they could skip that cutscene. And I don't know why anyone would want to.
Yeah, it's not like it's an intrusive kid mode cutscene in every single, category. I don't know why anybody would want to skip that.
I just love its artistic direction. That's
Yeah,
all I'll
and
say.
it adds a lot of value, you don't like it gives you story direction as Spired ends with a 34-51.
Very
That
nice.
that is a win the race and and finishing a run. Spired has came through. He has done what he needs to do. I didn't count his cartridges. Did anyone else count his cartridges? I think it was 4. So we're gonna go with 4. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He has 15 comics. So suck it, Nilo, when you said he didn't collect that stupid comic. Time him out. Time him
Get him
out.
out of here.
Time him out. It is a minute break. Time him out. But yeah, we're Chuck entering one cycle here. Just how this one's going. And we get a good combo starter here. And that is a nice one cycle. As we see Spyron gearing up for basketball percent. The one thing that we needed from this was the basketball percent. So he didn't get the Carnage one. Was it the Aqu one? Okay, I don't care. He did get 15 comics. So
A comic's a comic.
a comic is a comic indeed. As we see EE being loaded up right now, and basketball percent being attempted.
It's important to point out though that Chuck is having a very nice Carnage fight.
He is. He definitely is. Also, I want to say that it's just this is a really good fight.
Nice, very good.
Didn't even have to worry about nothing. As Kangaroo entering chat saying, "Oh shiz, he's going for basketball percent." That is indeed what he's doing. He has the entire monster AUG to see if he can hit basketball percent. Oh man, it's honestly that's why I added this category. This is amazing. Did you know recently, if we're talking about this, Soda beat the TAS for basketball percent.
Little street hoops, anyone?
What the hell?
Ah, no. He's got to go down there and he's got to hit it.
How original.
3 cards for Spyron. Thank you.
There's more going on here than meets the eye.
He lines it up.
Dude, Spyron sucks, bro.
Nothing.
Hey, that's a
Nice.
basketball percent, dude. That is a basketball percent. Let's see if he can go for another one and get more points. Let's see if he can get basketball percent again. Run those points up, Spyron. Go get another basketball percent, dude.
Quick.
He's actually going for another I gotta put in the rules that it needs to be 1 per, but Spyron going for basketball percent here. It'd be crazy if he just if he beats world record here. That's what we need.
Tingling.
Oh, dude.
Blast from the TAS.
I know, right? Dude, the swinging looks so much better in EE. Can we all agree on that? The swinging mechanics look so much better.
Chuck though, keeping good form.
Okay. Cool. So I am getting confirmation of stat sheets here. So if he hits it from the roof, I'll give it to him. Let's just put it that way. He hits it from the roof, I give it to him. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Didn't hit it from the roof. If only.
There's more going on here than meets the eye.
And that is time for Chuck at a 39-24. Oh, wow. It's kind of crazy what's been going on. Kind
Is,
of
is
crazy.
isn't that too actually pretty close to his PB?
No.
Well, yeah, I was about to say he's a little
No.
bit off. I think yours is a
30.
30, like 7, right? 36, 37?
Mine? No, it's
38?
38-20.
Oh,
It
I
just
got you.
the best run in the
tournament.
on like the stat screen is still set to my seeding run, best run.
Ah, okay. That's the number in my noggin.
I
Mhm.
got you. So honestly, let's go ahead and start off with Spyron, since Spyron got the W's here, the W's.
Thank you, thank you.
How were you feeling about that run, sir, for throughout that whole thing? What's that mindset looking like?
Yeah, that felt pretty smooth actually. To say I've done a bit of practice off stream just to make sure I had some levels nailed down. Although clearly blowing lizard maze where I thought, oh, that's the one level where I can be like, oh, I've got really fat and then died. Brilliant. So maybe need more practice on that one. But otherwise, yeah, I think that was pretty smooth and still a pretty good time. I think despite all the comment, although I did obviously try to keep comic collecting to as close as the route as I was going as possible. So even still, despite that, pretty good time. Yeah, pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I could say you got a really good time with also collecting 15 comics along the way. Like, dude, you didn't have to
Course you
go
did.
that. You didn't have to go that hard, my boy. But honestly, great runs from you. Great basketball percent as well.
Yeah, I
We
can't
we
believe
do
I didn't get
enjoy.
it from the roof. Good.
I mean,
Gutted.
honestly, the fact that you could put 2 in there is crazy. I might have to change it to 1 per
Yeah.
one per like run, like 1 per race. But yeah, man, I'm happy for you. Congratulations on the dub, and honestly, just planning your route accordingly. I mean, it was a masterpiece to watch.
Thank you, thank you.
I
A
I
pleasure to be
appreciate.
here to do it for you all.
uh, Chuck, how are you feeling, my man? We were talking about it in the commentator booth about how the game was just fighting you today. So
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that.
Oh my goodness. I I practiced uh stop the bomb or the bomb level a little bit earlier today, and I was having some of the troubles that you saw there.
Mhm.
I managed to get the cutscene overlap at least, but yeah, the web dome strat in that level was giving me a little bit of trouble today. I really should have played it safe. Um, I can't believe hidden switches went the way it did. Uh, I was very upset to be shot in midair.
Oh man, no way.
Eh,
You were looking
uh,
like a Dreamcast runner for sure.
man, and yeah, I once I died in hidden switches, I knew it was over. Uh, didn't even get my bid in on Subway. I was heartbroken about that. But I mean, one cycle hawk again, thank goodness, and good carnage strats. So I can at least feel pretty good that that stuck at least.
You also had an okay Rhino too. So you
Yeah,
can and a 1 cycle Scorpion. You can't be mad at your bosses today. Your bosses were really good.
bosses were good. Venom 2 had some really good cycles. I
Yeah.
was glad for that as well. Almost perfect.
Nice.
Cheeky, you got anything to ask our competitors?
I just gotta tell you, Chuck, that yeah, I think throughout that entire run, kind of getting dunked on by the game, for you to keep the composure and to pull off the one cycle arc, I thought was very, very memorable.
Thank you. Thank you. I would have absolutely lost my composure if I died in Waterfront Warehouse. That got scary. But
Yeah, we were saying about that. We were going, oh my god, he's a bit low, but you managed to get out of there just in the nick of time.
absolutely. I'm just glad that it didn't go any worse than it did.
I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with that. You got anything to ask Spyro and Cheeky?
No, I hate the guy. He's a so and so. No,
Oh, Megalo.
very, very good from Spyron, but yeah. I really did appreciate the Metal Gear Solid cameo that came out, but I did
Nice.
want to ask, what is your favorite Metal Gear game?
See, it's been 2 for the longest time, but because I'd never played 3 up until recently when the Master Collection came out and I finally got to play 3 because I never had a PlayStation 3 to play it on. And 3 is really good. 3 is really, really good. But it might still be 2 just because that's been my favorite for so long.
I like
Alright.
whichever one you have to swap your controller port on to beat one of the bosses.
Ah, that's the first one. First one.
Is it the first
Yeah.
one? Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one a lot.
One's really good.
But
They're all really good.
I
Actually.
do like the fact that you guys had your bits ready for like saying I have that comic on Waterfront Warehouse. I'm glad that
Yes.
you both had your bits ready.
A very artistic drawing. I spent so much time on it. Can't you tell?
Dude, it looks so
Oh,
good, bro.
nice. Really nice.
Look, yeah, whenever I mail you your prize, you gotta mail that back to me.
Yeah. We'll do a
That I
swap.
can have in my back. I can have in my background, and
Perfect. Okay.
we can do it that way. But honestly, if we don't have any final words for at least this portion, go ahead, Spyron, and swap us to our prize counter. So I will go ahead and ask the winner of this little race, who didn't update the comic book pictures, which is fine.
Oh yeah, damn it. Ignore.
Would you like to spend any points, or would you like to bank your points, sir?
I will absolutely not be spending any points today. I will be keeping my points
All
and
right.
collecting them for another day.
All right, Spyron, saving the points. How about you, Chuck? Are you saving your points, or do you have anything in mind?
I am just short of some of the prizes that I was really looking for, so I'm going to save my points this time and see how the next race goes.
All right. Well, since both of y'all are banking your points, thank you to Nerd Gear, by the way, for the prize counter and for sponsoring. Both of y'all are banking the points. So honestly, hey, Chuck, where can we find you at if people want to see more of this or anything else?
You'll find me mostly here on Spider Runs. I don't stream my practices too often, but if I do, it's going to be
I don't know if that was on our end, but the mic just completely cut.
Oh,
There you go. You
okay.
cut off
Yeah,
right,
alright,
right
cool,
when you were telling
cool.
his
Very
Twitch name. So it's like,
As soon as
Chuck
you said your
Nicey at twitch.tv.
there you go.
So that's where
Alright.
you'll find me if I decide to practice a little bit.
We had
That
to
was
cut it.
iconic. It's gonna be, and then just silence.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we had to cut it out. He's too powerful. We had to cut it out. But Spyron, where can we find you at?
Yeah, so at Spyron on Twitch, you'll find I think it's at Spyron on YouTube as well. It's at SP_Spyron. I can't remember which one it is on YouTube. You can find YouTube. I upload generally all my runs on there as well. If you don't catch me live, which I don't think I've been live in a little while, which I might have to change that because I think it's the 4th of July. I checked this. The 4th of July last year was my first uploaded run to YouTube. So I'm hopefully going to be doing something like maybe special on stream to be celebrating a year of running the game. So
I mean, yeah, I guess just
because of that.
ignore the people who are actually running that day, and you
Yeah,
can do your own thing.
come watch me. Forget that. Yeah.
No, I think on the 4th of July, Spyron, as a British guy, will be wanting to distract himself from all other things apart from Spider-Man.
True. Yeah.
You know, being British, wanting to distract from us winning that day. Anyway, so that's me just being me being an American over here. But hey, Cheeky, where can they find you at? And what do you do for content?
Well, if you're looking for Spider-Man content, probably don't want to come find me, honestly, because it's been a hot minute since I've done stuff. But yeah, twitch.tv/cheekychunk. If you are into stuff Dreamcast, and at the moment, if you're also into this stuff, Game Boy Advance, been doing a lot of stuff under that banner. So
Ooh.
yeah. Fetty, where can they find you?
I mean, I'm sure this one's an obvious one. I wasn't going to promote myself, but it's twitch.tv/WillyFetty. I am currently running through Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. I like OG RE3. I'm finally bringing Resident Evil back to my channel instead of just running Spider-Man constantly and letting my autistic self try to, do stuff like that. So I'm bringing more things back. There's probably going to be some Sonic 06 shenanigans tomorrow, but
Uh-oh.
But thank you guys, everyone, for coming out. And thank you, Nerd You, for sponsoring this event and being here, helping me with prizes, all of that stuff. And Spyron, you know what to do. Roll that outro. We'll see you
Hell
next
yeah.
time.
See ya.